If you're ready to harness the power of your communications data, blast off with Nylas today.
Hello, Ram. How are you?
I'm doing good, Blog. How are you?
I'm doing pretty fine, thank you.
Awesome. What are
So
we going to
today,
talk about today?
so I just want to mention that we're on episode 39, so
Oh,
time
wow.
really flies. And today we're going to talk about how to use Shiny for Python to create an email dashboard. So,
Cool.
for those who don't know about Shiny, it's pretty popular in the R world. R is a programming language for statistics. And Shiny is a package that allows you to create dashboards or interactive web applications. So it's pretty used in the R community. And just recently, they're starting doing a port into Python. So it's still in alpha. Not everything is there, but it looks pretty solid for now. So what we're going to show today, it's I built something using email. So we're going to grab the first 100 emails from the inbox. We're going to grab the names. We're going to assign numbers to them, and we're going to sort them out, and we're going to get the top three. So we're going to have the top three that sends an email. Also, we're going to go into the sends folder. We're going to do the same, grab 100 to see the top three that we are sending emails to. So one is from, and the other is to. And on the bottom, we're going to have a word cloud, which is going to grab the subjects of all the 100 emails in the inbox, and it's going to display a word cloud putting all the words that we most commonly use when we get an email. So let me share my screen. So it's here on port 8000. So here we have the from emails section. We can see that Ash, which is our director of DeadBrail, has sent me something like 21 emails. I get 13 emails from you, Ram, and 6 emails from Tracy, which is my son's teacher. Then who am I sending emails to? There is the principals of my son's school. This is myself. So I usually, when I doing something for a blog post, sometimes I need to send emails to myself, or sometimes use them as a reminder. So I have sent myself a lot of emails. And this one is actually my son's school. Um, and here on the word cloud, you can see, like you were mentioning, Ram, there's a lot of meetings here, like 30. There's updated invitation Wednesday when we have our live streams, YouTube, availability sometimes here, developers. So
Yeah, it seems like the word cloud is a lot of calendar invites, which is interesting. But I find the word clouds very interesting to see going back and looking at your past 100 emails.
yeah, yeah, that's totally cool. And obviously, I haven't done that here, but you could have a slider. So you can say, like, I want 100, or I want 200, or I want 300, or I want 20, or something like that. And when you move the slider, everything is going to be reactive and everything is going to change. It's going to obviously take a little bit of time because it needs to analyze the data, but it's going to change everything.
So
And
to
probably,
use Shiny, just a quick
mhm,
question, to use Shiny, all we need to do is pass in data into Shiny, into the tool, and we can display it in different forms.
mhm,
Okay.
yes. So it's kind of more of like a library. Uh, and because it's on alpha, it doesn't have everything built on top. But we're going to look at the source code and we're going to see how we can build this. And actually, we're going to change from 100 to 200, and we're going to latch the dashboard again. So you can see how it does it look. Um, so first, and as always, we're calling our M file where we store our credentials. Then here, we're grabbing things from Shiny, which is the library. We're also using matplotlib to be able to display the graphics. We're using pandas. It's a library to do kind of like data science. Obviously, we support Nylas because we want to read our inbox. We use Seaborn, which is a pretty nice library to generate graphics, and actually it's the ones that I'm using here. These two are using Seaborn. And I'm using word cloud to obviously generate the word cloud. So what we do here is we initialize our client. Here we have a couple of arrays, one from the from messages coming from the inbox, two messages coming from the sent folder, and then a text, which is gonna contain the subjects of the emails. So here we just need to do Nylas.messages where in the inbox, and we want 100 emails. Here we're gonna change it to 200, and same with the send folder, Nylas.messages.where in the send folder, and we're gonna change it to 200. So we're gonna save, and after a second, we're gonna actually run this again. So what we're gonna do, if we're gonna go through our inbox emails, this one is gonna get us the name and the last name, but I didn't want to show the last names to the world, so I'm just splitting that and just grabbing the name. And here I'm just concatenating all of the subjects in a huge string. Here I'm using pandas to convert that into a data frame, which is pretty much like a table, which can have columns and rows and everything. So from there, what I do is I count. For example, if Ram has sent me certain emails, I'm gonna count them and put a 13 next to his name. I'm gonna sort that, and I'm just gonna grab the first three. So obviously we could take here, we want the first 5. And here we're just assigning to our data frame that is going to be person and count. So the name of the person and how many emails they were sent.
Gotcha.
We're going to do exactly the same for the sent folder. Although in here we're not grabbing the subjects because we want only the subjects from the emails that we received, not the emails that we sent. And here we generate the word cloud. We're given the dimensions. And here we're going to pass the string containing all the subjects. So in this case, we need to download that as an image that we're going to load later on the dashboard. Here we're going to create the dashboard layout. So here is going to be the title. Here is going to be the title from emails, which is this one here. And here we're going to say that we're going to print an output plot, which is going to be called from. Here is going to be called to. And here we're going to load the image. So when we actually run this, it's going to go here. It's going to go to the from. And using Seaborn, it's going to generate a cut plot. And it's going to say, this is the data that I got. So like the top 3. I want the X to be person, the Y to be count. And I want different colors. And I wanted the graphic to be a bar. So we do exactly the same to the 2 emails. And to display the word cloud, we simply grab the image that we downloaded and we print it onto our dashboard. So once that's ready, here we're gonna just start the server. So here I'm just gonna stop this. And the way we run this is we say shiny run reload, the folder made dashboard, and then application.py. So when I run it, it's gonna start running. And you can see that it looks kind of grayed out because it's doing all the calculations. And it should present the 200 emails that we have read for from and from to. So hopefully it's not going to take too long.
That's a lot of emails to go through. I guess one thing to kind of summarize on is what we're doing is we're just transforming all the information we need into the data to pass to Shiny. So whether it be creating the different columns for person, count, number of emails, and then as well the word cloud, we're just kind of appending text onto a string so that we can create the word cloud. So any duplicates would increase the size of the word cloud, I guess, in that case.
Yeah, just going to look different, I'm sure. And it depends on how many different words we have, right? If we have just a few, It would be like everything is going to be in big letters. The more we have is going to be smaller letters.
I'm wondering, do we need to refresh?
No, it's actually refreshing itself.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, you can see that it's gray out. So it's going to take a bit. Let's see if we can see here. I think here it's going to display something. Or probably 200 was a little bit much. Let's this. And probably, say, I don't know, 120. That sounds more visible. 100 is actually pretty fast. And just in case, let's refresh. But I think it should be fine.
Yeah, I find it interesting when you can look at analytics for email, which is not something we generally do because we're just looking at email one at a time. But just to see all the different data that comes through and what you can learn about just how you use email is pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, totally. So you can see here, we're grabbing now 120. And here I wanted the top 5. So now we don't only have Ash, Ram, and Tracy, we also have Asana, and we have Ashley, who is our social media manager. And then here, you can see that it also changed as we're reading more emails. It's not only me, but also myself again. So I write myself quite often, it seems. And here you can see that it's also changed. So we have Nylas in huge words. We have some other things like Postman, developers, invitation, document share, coding, using Sinatra. So you can see you can customize it the way you want.
It's interesting. I think looking at this and just kind of knowing how we've worked together, I think most of your emails are calendar invites from myself or Ash. Yeah, this is awesome. This is really cool how you can use Nylas and just kind of look at your communication data and be able to analyze it. I think there are a lot of different tools or use cases that can come out of this because I know we're used to seeing an email as just rows of emails that we receive. But if we can look at it a different way, we can learn a lot about how we use email and how we can build tools around it.
Yeah, totally. And just let me show page. This is Shining for Python. And here it should say, yeah, it's coded in alpha. It say that it can be unstable. So far, I haven't had any problem so far. It's pretty awesome because they have like a gallery, they have examples. So they have a lot of different things. This one, for example, is kind of like a dog breeds, I think. So here you can say, for example, you want code grooming frequency and openness to strangers. And you see, as I add them, the graphics start to change, like barking level.
Oh, so you can get a rating for each dog. Here we have a retriever.
And then, for example, yeah, retrievers or poodles and Rottweilers.
Oh, that's interesting. This was what you were mentioning earlier, that you can have different filters on top and you can share or add more information as you need.
Yes. And it's gonna, as you can see, it's gonna date automatically without you doing anything. Just these changes, and then the result is gonna change itself. There's not like I need to press an update button or anything. Just update, and it gets updated on the fly.
Yeah, that's great. I really want to spend some time with Shiny. I may spend some time doing some email visualization like you've done here. I'll definitely try out Shiny to see what I can do with it.
Yeah, totally. It's very awesome. I mean, obviously it's more powerful in the R world, but on Python it's getting a lot of attention as well. And for I have do so far, it's pretty good. Pretty good.
Nice. Well, Black, thanks for walking us through using Shiny and Python. I know we have a video on using Shiny and R on YouTube. Was there anything else you wanted to share?
Probably let me share my screen once more. So this is a library that I haven't used before, which is Seaborn. I only discovered it because I was doing this Shiny for Python, but it's pretty cool. So there's a lot of statistical data visualization that you can do with Seaborn. They have a nice gallery of all the kind of graphics that you can build. So also that's something worth exploring. They have tutorials, APIs, and everything. So it's a pretty good one.
That's great.
Other than that, let me stop sharing my screen. And as always, don't forget to go into youtube.com/Nylas to watch all our episodes. This is episode 39. Friday, we're going to be on episode 40, which is quite a lot because, well.
Yeah,
And also, don't forget to go to nylas.com blog, where you can see all the blogs that we write. We write a lot, so there's a lot of great information there.
yeah, definitely check out our blog and our YouTube channel. It's always a fun time blog. I know on Monday I was talking about going through and learning Lisp. So you always have something new to check out. And today's Shiny, so I'm always learning something new with you. And I encourage everyone to hop on and take a look at what content we have out there. There's something always new going on in the world in development, and always something different to check out. So thanks again, blog, for doing that. That was great.
Yeah, thank you, Rem. Have a great day. Take care.
Have a good one. See you.
Thanks. Bye.